All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Excuse me. So today we have a unique little project in the shop for a while. We just picked up this 2013 Subaru WRX from my buddy's tow yard, essentially. We'll get into the whole story of this in a little bit. Right now, before he gets too far into everything, I was gonna kind of document the whole process. So it's a 2013 WRX hatchback with like 187,000 miles on it. It is like really clean from the body standpoint. We're gonna jack it up if it runs and check all that. It's got a few little spots of cancer right here, and I think another one right over here on this side. It's got that little spot, and then just, you know, some little life dings and dents and stuff. Nothing too major. Overall, it is pretty clean, except especially for being a Wisconsin car and for having as many miles as it does. It has a handful of little fancy parts, nothing too crazy. I'm not worried about it being too modded out. It's got an interesting heat shield back there, all Perrin and Cobb, and, you know, some other parts, but it just is what it is. It does need a front bumper. As you guys can see, front bumper's all cracked, it's misaligned. I believe I was told it was parked on a parking stoop stop, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm assuming when they either towed it back or when it got parked, they ripped off the front bumper. And as you can see, you know, it's all ripped up there. And then we need a new windshield for it. So those are the only things I know of for sure that it needs at the moment. I figured I was going to get a battery hooked up to this or check the voltage on that one and go from there, and mainly see if this thing starts. Because obviously if this thing doesn't start, then we have to figure out if we can make it start, and if it runs like shit, doesn't run, anything like that, and then go from there. So yeah, I got this car for a pretty incredible little deal. We'll have all that explanation, like I said, in a little while. Right now I had to document some stuff before he starts going crazy and we lose all the cool suspense and surprise. So stay tuned, I'll let you guys know what happens.
I don't know if it's any good or not.
All right, let's see if we can get anything.
Should check voltage. Turned on.
It did.
Low pressure. I heard it being fuel pressure. How much fuel it has? It
Says it has a full tank.
started. Doesn't sound good.
Well, I just started it up. It shockingly runs. Sounds like it might have a pretty good misfire. But other than that, it actually does run.
It doesn't sound bad. As it does.
Yes, it does. See if we can start it up again.
If it will. Give it some gas.
I don't know.
That doesn't sound good. Stop. That's the starter. Didn't engage. Alright. Starter's not engaging all the time.
All right, so we've been skipping around a little bit on doing some stuff, but one of the things we did is replaced all 4 coil pack connectors because 2 of them were completely cracked and broken, which means that they weren't giving a good connection. So you can see that one's completely broken. So we ordered new leads and then just stole the front connectors off of them. And seeing as we took out the spark plugs, we took out the spark plugs before, got new spark plugs. We were currently running with a P0300 code, but we really didn't see anything wrong or anything like that. So we figured we would fix the connectors, and then we're gonna do a compression test real quick just to make sure the engine is healthy. It does start and run. He actually drove it around the block, drove half around the block, then had to restart it and get it going again. So yeah, I'm about to hop in, get it started, see if we got compression on all 4 cylinders or if we are kind of effed. Luckily, if we're effed, it really doesn't matter. We can get a new motor and then still follow along with the exact same plan that we had before, but we just get to see what the status is of this motor. So yeah.
Huh?
It has been a few days since we did the last portion of this video. I'm actually going through and editing it right now. Because we have so much different stuff going on, I didn't realize that I didn't finish out this video. So I'm going to finish it out right now. As you guys have seen or will see in the clips before this, we went and tested the Subaru because it was running really, really rough. It barely wanted to start. The starter sounds like shit, everything like that. So we went ahead and did a compression test on this motor. I thought we did all 4, videotaped all 4. Don't mind the way that was videotaped. My dad was helping me. But basically, it was 2 of the cylinders were pretty much junk. I mean, we're talking, I think it was less than 60 PSI. One, I think, still had somewhat healthy of like 124 PSI, and another one had like 80. So, obviously, that tells us that we need to do one of 2 options. We either need to rebuild this motor, which takes time and money, or 2, we have to buy a motor and replace it and do all that stuff. And then obviously we still have to go through and fix the windshield, which we already knew about, and we have to fix the front bumper, which would be, getting a whole new front bumper, whole new windshield, and then trying to just clean up as much of this life stuff as possible. These are all rock chips and stuff that have turned to rust. So it is what it is. That is currently where we sit on things. Now, more stuff has happened since this previous video, so I'm going to be making 2 videos on the same day. Again, we've been kind of having some issues and some stuff. We are sometimes busy here, then we're sometimes not busy here. And then I'm hiding something behind the camera just because, again, we're dealing with different days. We did just get this car back from paint. So, again, if you guys are following along with like TikTok or anything, it is currently dirty. Do not worry about the dirt. But we had a little minor collision with another vehicle. It wasn't actually my fault. One of my family members somehow ran into the car. But we kind of just cleaned up the whole car, cleaned up the life. So it used to have a scratch right here and right there from getting ran into a long time ago. It had a little scratch right here and another scratch right about here. And then it had a nice door scratch right there. Along with the rear bumper was actually cracked in this upper corner, which I have that right here. So as you can see, this bumper was actually cracked right there the entire time I owned it. So that all was replaced. It was all finally good, everything like that. But yes, we were finally able to get this thing up to, I would say, 80+% perfect. I finally can actually take it to shows again now. It looks respectable, it looks clean. I'm very happy with it, so that all got taken care of. And then, like I said, don't mind all of that stuff. I don't know why I'm zooming in on it, but all that stuff is just the cleaning agents from everything. We have to redo the banner because obviously that company is no longer around. That was one of my first companies I ever tried to run. Did it successfully, just didn't fully work out the way it was supposed to. So, without any more rambling, I'm going to close out this video. Stay tuned for the whole drama behind this car and where this car currently sits. And again, see you guys in the next video. Like, follow, subscribe, enjoy, all that jazz. And we'll get you caught up with everything going on. So, yeah.